First here at 4, though, we have a Fox 5 exclusive. Fighting through tears, a Maryland mother making an emotional plea, demanding justice for her son after he was fatally overnight outside a D.C. hotel.
And new details emerging this evening about the circumstances that led up to that and his heroic efforts to protect those.
And would I want a complete stranger to protect my mother or my sister or my niece if they are in danger? Of course I would. But there's also another side to protection, which is being unalived. As a man, do I want to protect a stranger and now my family cannot hug me or love me or see me? This is a very serious topic. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Travis, and welcome to the IPH Theory. Also, I am one half of the Cultural Discussions. Please like, follow, and subscribe to both entertainment channels on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get straight into this. This is a news clip coming from the Maryland area of the United States, D.C., the Washington, D.C., Maryland area on the East Coast. And it's a very sad situation. It's about a young man who was unalived because he was being a good citizen and protecting a stranger. And let's get straight into it. I don't want to use up too much more of your time, but this is a touchy subject because somebody was unalived. And my condolences are sent to the family, the mother, the sister, the father. Not only that, the news reported that the young man who was unalived, his father passed away a few years ago, not from an unaliving, but I believe from some natural causes. But here we go.
First here at 4, though, we have a Fox 5 exclusive. Fighting through tears, a Maryland mother making an emotional plea, demanding justice for her son after he was fatally overnight outside a D.C. hotel.
And new details emerging this evening about the circumstances that led up to that and his heroic efforts to protect those from the gunman. Fox 5's Tisha Lewis joining us live from Riverdale tonight with more. Tisha?
You can see the cluster of cars behind me over my right shoulder. Family from all over coming to the victim's family's home. The family members telling us and identifying the victim as 28-year-old Akeem Torre. They tell us he leaves behind a younger sister and also his mother. They also tell us that his father passed away a couple of years ago. They go on to say he likely never saw the bullet coming.
So I have the mom here, of course, and, you know, she lost the dad a long time ago. So Akeem has been the man of the house, you know, taking care of his mother and his little sister. And he's a really good guy.
Yeah. Justice for my son.
And they took away something so important to this family. Somebody that is like the head help of this family, is the leader of this family.
Justice for my son. Those are really the only words Felinda Peters-John could manage to get out less than 24 hours after she says her son, Akeem Torre, was fatally on New Jersey Avenue Northwest last night. In fact, they say he died saving a complete stranger from harm's way. Family members say Torre stepped in to protect a woman who was a stranger before being outside the Yotel Hotel. Reportedly took place in a parking garage. Family members say Torre worked in the IT field and was working to develop new apps. By Monday morning and afternoon, the family members poured into the family's home in Riverdale. We're told the family is from Sierra Leone in southern Africa.
This is how he was raised, as you see all the women. We were raised to respect women and fight for women. And he was such a good guy. We're talking about someone he was in IT, he was a project manager. He was really trying to build an app, taking all these courses. He didn't deserve it.
This is so sad, Tisha. What information do we know at this hour about a possible suspect?
Well, the suspect was reportedly driving a black sedan, potentially a black Honda. The suspect description is vague. He's being described as a man with dreadlocks, was wearing a white T-shirt and shorts at the time of the
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you all heard that like I did. Once again, my condolences to the family. This is a very sad situation. Not only that, it's a very complex situation because, me and my boy Jared, the other half of the cultural discussions, we have discussed this topic before on our channel. And the topic was the protection of random women. Should men protect strangers? And this is coming from a man who, of course, has a mother. I have a sister. I have a niece. I'm not married, but, one day I might have a wife or, a companion, a female companion at that. And would I want a complete stranger to protect my mother or my sister or my niece if they are in danger? Of course I would. But there's also another side to protection, which is being unalived. As a man, do I want to protect a stranger and now my family cannot hug me or love me or see me? This is a very serious topic. They said that the young man was protecting a complete stranger. They said that happened in a parking garage. Now, I'm not sure if this was after a party. I'm not sure if the woman that he was protecting, I don't know if he was trying to get her number before the incident happened. Nobody knows except for the people that was there. All I'm saying is it feasible or conducive to protect strangers? And I'm talking to both genders because women step up and protect as well. Now, majority of the time, a man is the protector. He will step and put his life on a line and step in the way of a knife or a bullet. But we must think about this because, like I said, when Jared and I were discussing this topic about a year ago, this was just a random topic. Should we put our life on the line for random women? You don't have a baby by her. She's not of your bloodline. No disrespect, but are you protecting a foolish woman? The woman that he protected, was he protecting her from an ex-boyfriend or an ex-husband? Once again, there's nothing wrong with protecting an individual, but you have to think about your life. They said that Brother Hakeem, I believe that's his name, but they said the good brother who passed away, he leaves behind his mother and his little sister. They didn't say that he left behind any kids, but this was a potential father to be. Not saying that he had a baby on the way, but of course, men want to have kids. We are put here to reproduce. Now, I know everybody's not here to reproduce, but that's not the topic. The topic is, should you as an individual protect a stranger? Is it a beautiful gesture? Yes. Is it a kind gesture and a brave gesture? Yes. But is it the right thing to do for your life? Don't get me wrong. We all have to go. I just hate that this happened. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you all think? Should you protect random strangers? Depending on the situation, I say yes and I say no. I would love to get back home. Jared was saying that, hey, he got 3 kids and a wife. He got a mom and his own family. He got to get back home to his kids. And you have to understand that. I don't have any kids, but I got family that love me. I got friends that love me. I got things that I want to accomplish that I aspire to do in life or I'm inspired to do. Now, nobody knows when it's their time to leave this planet, but you can still pick and choose the situations that you find yourself in. In a situation like that, everybody should have just ran for their life. But what do you all think? Should men protect complete strangers? I can understand if you are an officer and that's your duty to society is to protect. But if you're just a regular man in the grocery store, should you be hopping in the line of fire for a complete stranger? Whether you're at the grocery store, the movie theater, whether you're at church, whether you're at a restaurant, whether you're leaving a nightclub, and the older you get, nobody should even be at nightclubs. I might have to write that topic down. Clubs are done. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, please like, please subscribe if you want to. Have a great day.